I'm Mimi. Welcome to my channel. I believe it has been about 12 months since I last updated on my Mounjaro journey. So thank you so much for clicking on this video today and coming here for the update on my journey. If you've watched my videos previously, thank you. If you're a subscriber, thank you. I do appreciate that. So what I'm going to be sharing today in this video is just a brief summary of my Mounjaro journey, some information on where I am now with my journey, and I'm also going to explain what I mean in the title of this video by saying that I'm not the success that I hoped I would be. And then I'm also going to say what is happening next for me. So to go to the summary of my journey, it is now October 2024 and I started Mounjaro in July of 2022. That seems such a long time ago, almost a lifetime ago. So much has happened since then. And if you have watched my videos, you'll know that I was sharing my journey on a weekly basis back then. My heaviest weight was about 210 pounds. I'm not 100% sure exactly because when I was feeling very heavy and really gross and disgusted with myself, that's when I would stop weighing myself. But I believe my heaviest weight is about 210 pounds, and I'm a short person at 5'2". You know, that I was very round in my shape, and I was a bit less than that, I think, when I started the Mounjaro in 2022, and I immediately lost weight. I was always a slow loser, but I did get down to 155 pounds, which was quite honestly probably the lightest I've been in my adult life, certainly the lightest since I had children. And I was over the moon at being 155 pounds. And that probably took me less than a year, maybe 10 months to get to that. So say roughly a 50-pound weight loss took me about 11 months. But at that point, when I reached the 155 pounds, I found that the Mounjaro was less effective and my weight started to creep up. And on the 15 milligram, I had been taking it for months and really had started to feel quite tired and not 100%. So I decided to come off the Mounjaro. I'd gone down to 155, the weight was creeping up, came off the Mounjaro, the weight continued to creep up, and I got to about 175 pounds, and I felt that my body had had enough of a break from Mounjaro that I then went back on it, starting again at the 2.5 milligram. So this was me at about 175 pounds. Basically 20 pounds more than the lowest I got on the Mounjaro. So just to summarize that, I started to put weight back on while on Mounjaro, and then when I came off it, I continued to put weight back on. I went back on the Mounjaro, started at the 2.5, and it just kept my weight steady. So it was steady at about 175 pounds. Went up to the 5 milligram, still steady. 7.5 milligrams, still steady. 10 milligram, still steady at 175 pounds. And I think that is roughly where I left my story with my last video almost a year ago, was that I was on, I can't remember exactly what dose I was on, but maybe I was on 7.5 or 10 milligram when I shared that video, and my weight was staying steady at about 175 pounds. Okay, so fast forward a year. I have spent the year on Mounjaro stroke Zepbound, and other than the odd maybe week off when I haven't been able to get it. I have been on the 10 milligram dose for really the last year, maybe a bit under a year, and my weight has remained steady. So my update on where I am now, I fluctuate between 170 pounds and 175 pounds, and I'm on the 10 milligram dose. So I feel that I'm maintaining higher than the lowest I got on Mounjaro. I do see online lots of people who got down to like weights they haven't seen since they were like 18, and people who have lost so much weight they're struggling to actually put on weight, or they're struggling to maintain because they carry on losing weight. Really, that has just never happened to me. And that's why I said I'm not the success story I hoped I would be. In a sense, that isn't quite accurate, because I'm so much lighter than when I was at my heaviest at 210 pounds. Basically, I'm 40 pounds lighter, and for somebody who is 5'2", 40 pounds is a lot. And being 40 pounds lighter has, without a doubt, changed my life. I feel so much more confident in myself. I enjoy going shopping for clothes. I feel that people take me more seriously. I don't know whether that's something that's in my head, and I know it's something I've touched upon in previous videos, but I don't feel like people are looking at me in a derogatory way, which I feel was my reality when I was heavier. And although I've still got a high BMI, I think my BMI is like 32 or something, I feel like I've got almost an age-appropriate BMI. You know, I'm somebody who is menopausal. I have had 2 children. I've never been the thinnest person in the room. So I feel that the size I am now is very appropriate for me, and so much better than where I was. And I am so much happier and more confident than how I used to be. But nonetheless, I can't help but see other people, as I've said, who are struggling to stop losing weight. And in my mind, I do wonder what it would be like if I was 30 pounds lighter than now. But overall, I'm very, very happy and still extremely grateful. So what's next for me? So without a doubt, I'm not coming off it. I absolutely know that. I'm seeing this as a medication for life. It's going to be a very brave move on my part if ever I decide to try and go through life without the Zepbound. I am comfortable where I am and comfortable with taking the 10 milligram each week. The other thing that I'm planning on doing is I am going to have some liposuction on my stomach area and waist. I'm going to Sono Bello. I kept on getting adverts for Sono Bello. This wasn't something that I had planned to do, and eventually I got sucked into their adverts and went to see them, and then it snowballed from there. So I am going to have their liposuction procedure and their Abby X, which is when they remove the excess skin in the stomach area. The reason I'm going with this company, other than the fact that they were targeting me with their ads, is because I'm absolutely terrified of having a general anesthetic, and they are going to do the whole of this with a local anesthetic. So I'm very nervous and very excited about that. I think that, you know, I'm not somebody who's going to keep striving for what I see as perfection, because I'm not overall unhappy with myself and where I am. But I think having a flatter stomach area will make a huge difference to me. So I've got that procedure coming up, and I think I'm going to make some videos and share that, and share my story with that. And really, that's what I'm seeing in the future right now. Carrying on the 10 milligrams, maintaining, maybe losing a little bit, and having the procedure of the liposuction and skin removal on my waist and stomach area. So that's where I am. Thank you so much if you got to the end of this video. I appreciate it. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Please like this video. I've tried to go through as quickly as I can with everything I wanted to share, and not get too emotional, because I know I do sometimes try and share the emotional side of all of this, but I think today I've held back from doing that a little bit, but you know, if you have any questions for me, please put it in the comments. I would be happy to address those, and I will be maybe back soon. Thank you. Bye.